Coach Pearson, hey, that was a very impressive, very workmanlike performance today. What do you think the difference in the game was from your seat?
From what? From our seat?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the difference in the game. We really, I thought, took away a lot of the things that they were trying to do offensively. I mean, I thought our players were just gritty and tough and made some great plays on the defensive end of things. And then that's a really good defensive team. They were holding their opponents to 50 points a game, I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what the final score was. Did we score 61? You know, and so I think with Brooke getting in foul trouble, for our team to put up 60 points against a team that is that good defensively is just a really good it's a really good thing for our players. That I just thought they did really, really well together.
You also only had 8 turnovers too, so you took care of the ball really well, right?
Yeah, you know, and the way that they were double teaming Brooke and being so aggressive, she did a great job of getting the ball out a couple times, which opened up some things for us. But you know, Maesyn out on the point guard was really getting the ball moving for us offensively, and I thought she was really poised for the entire game.
Right. Questions?
What specifically were you trying to take away from them defensively? I mean, they had twice as many turnovers as makes in the first half. It seemed like whatever you did worked.
You know, I'm really lucky with this group because they're very smart basketball players and they really care about defense. And so we went through, I think, almost everything that they ran, and I mean, you all executed it really, really well. You know, we had to take away 44 on the 3-point line. There were things that we were doing with some of their screening actions that I mean, I don't remember being mad about like a defensive mistake that we made defending those things. And they study. I mean, it's wonderful for me because I can tell them things and they execute it with perfection. You know, and even there are times when we're communicating and they're telling me things on the floor. You know, like I was telling Maesyn and Tatum to switch this one screen. They're like, no, they didn't do that last time. Okay, you know, they're just, we have high IQ basketball players.
How much do you guys, if at all, work on no Brooke situations? You had a long one there in the first half. You were able to get through it on both ends of the floor. How were you able to deal with the way that first half played out on the other end as well?
You know, she doesn't play 40 minutes a game, even though sometimes we would like her to. So I just think that we have a lot of talented players, and you know, they have confidence in each other. This whole team has confidence in each other. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, I'm so happy I've had 5 years with you. This is probably the most proud I've ever been of Brooke, because she got 2 fouls and she wanted to go back in that game, was probably a little bit mad at me. And handled it really, really well down the stretch. That anger, she used it in the right way and found ways to, you know, no matter where she went, there were always 2 people by her. And that can be when you're not playing in the first half because your dumb coach won't put you back in. And then you're getting double teamed and hacked. And then she made some great plays and kicks to her teammates for shots. I mean, she played with incredible toughness today.
Brooke, if you could just describe what today was like mentally for you. A lot of challenges. You guys still come out with a W fairly comfortably. Just what was it like being you today?
I'm really happy. Being in the Final Four, that is a dream come true in itself. And playing in the Elite Eight was also a dream. So I think the most frustrating part was that, like, I've been dreaming about this my whole life, to be in the Elite Eight. Mm-hmm. So it was really hard for me not to be on the floor. But at the same time, Lexi Cargi came out and played really good minutes for us as a freshman in the Elite Eight. Asking her to put in really, really good minutes. I thought she did a phenomenal job. I trust every single person out on the floor, and they are able to execute whatever we need to do to win. And so I had complete trust and faith. I was a little antsy, and it kind of was difficult, but I just wanted to win. That's all I cared about. So.
Maesyn, what were some of the things you were seeing as you're kind of directing the offense, both in the early going and later on after the half?
Yeah, they were doing a few different things on screens. So off-ball screens, they were switching a lot, and then on-ball, they were high hedging or soft hedging. So we were just looking to make reads off of those. And I thought that when our offense was flowing the best, we were making those reads, slipping to the basket or attacking the defender. So I think that when we settled down a little bit and started to read those screens, that's when our offense started to flow a little bit better.
One thing I noticed in the first half is, I know she plays a lot of guard, but you were able to employ Madeline a little bit more down low to make up for some of the size. What were some of the ways that you were able, with her and with some of the other players, to adjust to what your situation was and to still get the stops and the turnovers and the things that you needed to do?
I thought, one thing that Kaylee Nelson did for Madeline is she attacked and got her some easy looks under the basket. So I think they're probably, in terms of help side rotations, one of the best that we've seen this year. And I thought that with Madeline and Ella, they could move around a little bit more inside out, but I thought that our players did a really good job of attacking, slowing down, and when they'd help, finding the open person. And so it was just a combination of perimeter and inside players making some good plays.
This is for any of you. You've been here now on this stage. You've got a win under your belts. Just what does it feel like to come to this point and to have success?
Like Brooke has said, it's been a dream to get to this point. When we came in as freshmen, our goal was to get here, and we just have been working so hard, and we've come together at the right time, and we're just having so much fun as a team, and we trust each other, and every single person on the floor plays such a big role, and 1 through 16, we all contribute to our success, so it's just been so fun and so exciting, and yeah, it really is a dream come true.
And we're excited just to keep playing. Mm-hmm. So one game at a time. I think we're ready for Wednesday too. So hopefully we can get another win and get to Dallas.
And I guess just the last thing for me, Catawba on Wednesday. I know you'll want some time to break that down, but likely a much differently paced game. Mm-hmm. What do you want to see your team do differently or better the next time out?
It'll definitely be a different paced game, and we know that our goal is always to, whatever team we're playing, every team that we play is going to have a different sort of game plan, offensively and defensively, and we have to try our best to play our style of basketball. And they're going to get up and pressure us a little bit more, they're going to run a little bit more, and we have to find a way to not let it speed us up, but still make plays at a fast pace. If that makes sense.
Any other questions? Coach, you pointed out 3 points. They were 0 for 10 for the game, did not make a 3 during the game. You guys made 6 of 22. I'm sure you'd like that to be a little higher, but yeah, that was actually maybe a big factor in the game as well. When you need one, you'd hit one.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought, so this is a team where their point guard and their number 2 do a really good job of creating shots for number 44. And so we looked through some scouting report stuff, and I thought Maesyn did an incredible job of keeping number 10 from creating the passes that she normally does. I mean, I think she averages 4 or 5 assists a game. And Maesyn, the goal with Maesyn was that Maesyn just keep her in front, then we don't have to help, and then Kaylee can cheat out towards 44 and make those 3-point shots more difficult.
So Brooke was a tough inside. I noticed a lot of times you would catch that entry pass, and then you'd kind of have to create some space, and it seemed like to me you were always double teamed down low whenever you tried to go to the basket. Was it tough?
Yeah, it was. 14 has really long arms, and so I wasn't really prepared for that, and so that was really tough to try and get a diagonal skip pass is what I usually try to find. Right. And so and except some of the places where I was catching the ball in the short corner and low block, it was really hard because then the baseline was also acting as a defender. Right. So some of those were tough situations, but I thought Ella Gilbertson did a really great job of relocating and getting to the rim and trying to find me, which was super helpful.
Yeah, she helped you guys a lot off the bench. I think she had 12 points and played some significant minutes, so you got to be happy with her. So, Anybody else? All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, Maesyn.
Thank you very much.